So it has been a month since the end of um, my pro training experience at Actors Gymnasium. Um, yeah, had some time to reflect. um, First off, I just want to say that in general, Actors Gym has been um, a, a home to me in so many ways, and I'm so incredibly grateful for everyone that was a part of my experience and helped me on my journey. I needed quite a bit of support at several moments throughout the training, and I feel like staff and um, friends and just the community that's there really had what it took to build me up and to keep me going. And the other thing I would say about Actors Gym is just that I got exactly what I came for, which was to develop the artist in myself, and in a way that I could express that on stage, and that I hope to express it in the future. Yeah, I really got that. I grew up with quite a lengthy technical background in gymnastics, and I think that was really really great, and I'm really blessed and thankful to have experienced that. Really thankful that my parents put me in gymnastics, really thankful to everything that I ever learned, and I know so many people that do circus wish that they would have had that upbringing, so I'm really thankful for that. However, I think before moving here I was just really tired of only being seen for those technical abilities. And obviously I appreciate any support and compliments that I get on my work. I think everyone appreciates that. However, I don't know, there was just a little bit of an emptiness, I think, in feeling like people weren't really seeing the heart and the emotions that I was putting into my work. So when I saw Actors Gym online, when I was looking into going to a pro training program, I felt like I would get that here. There was something about just viewing the pro training video that was really captivating to me, and it felt like that's where I should be. That's where I'm gonna grow the most as an artist, and I think that's what is really most important when deciding on a place to go to train, whether that be circus or school or whatever. I think it's really important to know what you want. And I think despite having learned everything I have about myself being here, I think I did know that from the beginning. I knew that I wanted to develop as an artist and to incorporate more storytelling into my work, as opposed to gaining a whole bunch of skills or working toward really intense dynamic things that my body wouldn't always be able to do, or that I would be that I would get injured doing or whatever. And some people, you know, like doing dynamic work and working on skill building is like what they want to do, and I think that's a great decision for them if that is the path they want to go. But for me, I knew I just wanted to incorporate storytelling. And I got that at Actors Gym. Delving into a little bit of my personal experience that has little to do with like staff and the actual gym itself. It was really, really difficult. Yeah, I knew that this experience would challenge me. I made the decision to come here kind of on a selfish whim of, I'm really tired of teaching. I really want to spend some time working on myself and pushing myself to see where I could go with my career. And yeah, I knew that it would challenge me, but never in a million years did I know the ways that it would challenge me or the obstacles that I would sort of have to endure while being here. You know, and I think the ways in which like the actual classes and the training challenged me were probably what I expected. However, there was a lot of just other outside factors and things that happened to me whilst being here, whilst moving here, and clearly COVID was a big, you know, portion of that. Yeah, I think that it was just a difficult experience. Challenged my really just my sense of reality and like who I am as a person, which I think is kind of a journey that you have to go on as an artist. So now, you know, looking back, I think all those factors that kind of compiled on the fact that I was already working on such like a personal, vulnerable side of myself, like it makes sense that I would need to go on that journey. I just think I got hit with kind of like the perfect storm of everything. And so it was really difficult, and I can honestly say today I'm a completely different person than I was before I moved to Chicago area and started my training program. Completely different person. And I'm still figuring out who that is. So I can't really tell you, I guess, if I feel like that's a good thing or a bad thing. Just still trying to figure out who exactly that is, which I think is a part of life, and I feel vulnerable, yet, you know, it's exciting, I guess, as an artist to be to this place. And I'm really thankful for the experience that I've had, even though it's been extremely difficult. I wouldn't recommend pro-training experiences for everyone. I think that it's sort of like everything in life, like it's for you or it's not for you, and sometimes you have to try to figure that out, and to figure out what you really want as an artist. But for me personally, the Actors Gym was exactly what I needed. It was exactly, it provided me exactly what I was wanting to push myself at this stage in my career. And like I said, just the community and the home that I found there, especially during such a hard time, with having, you know, the gym closing down our first year, and sort of having to be in limbo, sort of not knowing, am I doing all of this for nothing? All of these kind of questions that come up usually when you're doing some sort of intensive training, but they were even more pronounced, during COVID. It was just so great to have a place to go, a place to train. I remember walking back into the gym starting the second year, which was never intended to be the case. I thought I was going to be, 9 months and done, and even thought that I would be, potentially moving back home, and just coming for 9 months and leaving. So I remember just being flooded with emotions when I was walking into the second year. I just felt like I made it through the summer. I've made it through quarantine. Now I get to go and I get to do what I love in this really difficult time period in life with people that I know really care about me, really care about my growth as an artist, really care about me personally as a human being. And I found a lot of support and a lot of love from everyone along the journey. And I think one of the biggest things that I've really enjoyed about Actors Gym is just the lack of ego that exists. It's really a safe space to grow as an artist. And I felt like every instructor was really, really, really kind, and I found that I could relate with them. There was no ego. There was no ego in the sense of, I've been doing this for a long time, I know what I'm doing, this is how you have to do things. Every instructor was always open to understanding what my experience was and how they could better help me to learn or to grow in whatever I was doing. And I really appreciated that kind of core group of people that sifted through helping us train. I feel like I have a family and connections through Actors Gym that I will keep forever in whatever capacity that is, or however that looks. I've been just really thankful for the experience and the lovely people that I've gotten to meet. Shout out to my friends, Ryan and Sadie and Julia. I could not have done everything that I did without them. I have had a lot of friends over the years, but there's something about going through 2 years of a really intense program, going through this really vulnerable time, and sharing that space with people that just really ignites that friendship. And I feel in some ways as though they are the first people to really, really know me in my life, and that's been really, really cool. And that's because of being able to do the training experience and Actors Gym keeping, the doors open for us throughout COVID and throughout, just this crazy time in life. I guess I'm doing this review just to share my thoughts. Don't know if it matters to anyone or if anyone will even listen to this. But I have really enjoyed my experience. It's been really difficult. And that's real. And I think that anyone who does something like this and then just, doesn't share that aspect of it is probably not being completely real about their experience, because it's hard. It's so hard. You can have so much strength physically, emotionally, mentally, all of the things, and going through an intensive training is still going to shatter that strength at some point. You will be broken down until you have to be rebuilt. And I think that was one of the things that was so great at with my time at Actors Gym was just how the staff was there to rebuild, how friends and community were there to rebuild. They were great. So, I would love to say that my training experience was so fun and I learned things I never thought I would, and everything was roses, and life was just incredible. It was the time of my life, and it was a dream come true, and all of these things. And I think to some degree, like, some of that is probably true, but just being real, it was tough. It was really, really tough. It challenged my views of training as well. It's really challenged me as an artist to find who I am and what I want, which is so hard when we're living in this world of social media. And then as circus gets more and more popular, or at least like aerials, it's like how do you distinguish yourself from other people? And that's been something that I've tried to work on for a long time, is like, how am I gonna be different? How am I gonna be different enough that people can see me? And what I realized is that, like, that's not something you have to try really hard at. We're all so uniquely different, and who we are, if we just let all of our walls, our intentions, and our ego kind of go to the side, then I think that we can find who we really are, and then we can figure out how to show that to other people. And I think that is what makes each individual powerful, and it's what I'm hoping people will be able to see from me from now on. I think I've found my voice wants to be less striving to be something other than myself. And yeah, I just want to be me. I just want to share me, because I'm the only one that has ever lived my life. And maybe the things that I've experienced can affect another person in some way. That's kind of what I've learned as an artist here. Anyway, I'm so incredibly grateful for all of the staff and all of the human beings that have been a part of my experience here in Chicago thus far. I love all of you. I hope to get to work with you in some capacity, because everyone here is very inspiring and so down to earth, and yeah, I really appreciate the artist community here. So yeah, I'll leave this where it is. But thank you, Actors Gym. I can guarantee you I will never forget these 2 years of my life. Life-changing, to say the least. And I'm really, really thankful for the opportunity, the countless hours, and time that was poured into me and my work. I'm excited to see what life will bring and where I can take all of this amazing content and information that I've gained through my experience. Excited to see where it goes. Thanks.